is vacation time at the Garman farm, and Patty is busy as usual with the many interests and exciting things that make up a teenager's life. Patty is a member of the 4-H club, and one of her projects is the care of her goats. Patty's friend, Judy, likes to visit the Garman farm and see how Patty cares for the fine stock. Patty has always looked after these friendly little animals, and so they trust her. There are about 400 milking goats on this dairy farm, and it's Patty's job to care for the little ones. She is raising 10 of her own. These affectionate little animals cost little to raise and give a quantity of milk. Another of Patty's club projects is the raising of steers. She keeps a brick of iodized salt in their yard, as the calves need minerals as well as vitamins and their regular food of grain and hay. Judy is happy just helping, even if it's only holding the rope. Clubs like the 4-H Club and Future Farmers of America provide many different interests. Besides the farm projects, such as the care of stock and the growing of crops, the boys especially like electricity, forestry, and the care and operation of the farm machinery. The girls take time off to rest and make plans for the next club meeting. The group will visit the homes of the members, and each person will show his projects. Patty worries a lot about her hair, which actually looks pretty any way she wears it. It's fun to have a friend like Judy who likes the same things you do. Patty met Judy at the 4-H Club. Patty's mother wants her to do an errand. Flicka is getting old, but still has lots of spirit, and Patty grooms her thoroughly. Patty is enthusiastic in everything she does, and that is one of the reasons she wins so many blue ribbons. After all, it's fun working when you can belong to a group whose interests are the same as yours. Patty joined the club when she was 10 years old and can belong until she is 21. Patty likes to ride on the farm. Also, she belongs to a riding club that meets on Saturdays to explore the surrounding country. Now, Flicka, behave yourself. Patty has saddled Flicka many times. She pulls the girth just tight enough. Her hands skillfully handle the heavy leather straps. Caring for her horse is one of Patty's club activities. A livestock project may be a pig, a sheep, a goat, a cow, or a horse. First, she is to pick up Jim's letter for the 4-H club officials with a list of the animals to be entered in the coming show. The officials make sure all animals are eligible for the events. Jim admires the way Patty rides. He'd like to take her to the Saturday night dance, but she already has a date with Jack. Next door, Kathy's mother helps her arrange her dresses attractively to show the club. Kathy's main project is her sewing, and she has made several pretty dresses. She is younger than Patty and Judy and lacks their self-confidence. The girls encourage her. Kathy serves cold drinks and some cookies she has just baked. Her cake took a prize at last year's state fair. Teenagers are always hungry. She models her dress for Patty, who compliments her on how well it fits. If only it was as easy to model for the club as it is to show Patty and Judy. The big day arrives and the club members come to Patty's home to see her projects. She explains how she has fed and cared for her goat Nutmeg, whom she is getting ready for the fair. Mr. Avey, the club leader, asks questions to encourage discussion and makes suggestions that might be helpful to Patty. Nutmeg has been groomed until her coat shines and has been taught to pose to show off her best points. Patty has won many prizes with Nutmeg and should have a great deal of confidence, but she still finds it hard to talk in front of people. Next, Patty shows them her young steers and explains how she has cared for them. She is expert at handling the animals because she has helped with the farm work since she was a little girl. Back at the house, the group sees her sewing project, a dress she made at school to be modeled at one of the club meetings. Patty is embarrassed because Jack and the other boys think it's fun to tease her. Actually, Patty looks nice in all her clothes, and the boys will like seeing her in the orange dress. Patty explains that the hardest part in making the dress was the zipper and placket. And so all day the club visits the homes of the different members. The day arrives for the club meeting at Mr. Avey's home. Each member must give a demonstration of a project. Clara brings her sheep. Judy, her baby goat. Robert shows his white leghorn hen, which he raised from a baby chick. Gary is setting up the loudspeaker equipment, which is one of his club projects. Someday he hopes to be a sound technician or a commentator. Dave announces the first event. Judy and Gretchen, the club president, show how to bathe and feed a newborn goat. The entire club is proud of Gretchen and her ability to win points for the club. Dave announces the next speaker, who tells about his rabbits. The three judges, who teach at an agricultural college, keep an accurate record of each member. And now it's Patty's turn. Points are given to the young people for their knowledge of their subject, for the way they organize their material, and for their confidence and ability to deliver their topic. Patty tells how she cared for her goat and gives a demonstration of milking. After they speak, the young people join the audience, mostly made up of parents and friends. Patty and Jack have lots to talk over. Each member must make a poster of his project. And so the program continues. After all the members have given their talks, the judges make their decisions. Dave announces the winner. Gretchen first, Patty second. Jack and George discuss their dates for the party after the fair. The young people compete hard, but have fun and enjoy each other. They are anxious for each person to do a good job so that their club can compete well with the other clubs. A good club offers an opportunity to make friends and encourages new, interesting activities. The older members help the younger girls. Susie is younger and often appears awkward, whether it's passing refreshments or playing games. The girls are tactful and try to make her feel at ease. Susie is grateful. Patty and Jack always have fun. Some days are like that. Everything seems to go just right. The day of the 4-H Club Fair arrives. Here the judges look over the steers the boys and girls have raised. The young people have trained the awkward animals to handle well in the ring. In another part of the fairgrounds, they are getting ready to show their goats. There is excitement everywhere, as they have worked hard toward this event all year. The goats share the excitement as they dance and knock heads. Judy thinks her baby goat will behave better in the show ring if she has some milk, and the children like to watch. Susie would love to enter the events, and her father has promised that soon she can have a goat of her own. The little goat nurses often and also drinks from a bottle. Judy lets Edith hold the bottle, Judy is thoughtful and kind with the younger children. Nearby, Gretchen is trying to paint the hoofs so that her goat will look well groomed in the ring. She plans every detail carefully so that her goats will win the events. The judging begins. The officials check each entry, and the judge carefully examines the goats. The young people win ribbons and also points for their club. Gretchen is first. And yes, Patty is second, Sheila third, and Ruth fourth. Patty and Jack tease each other as usual. Soon they will compete in the same event, but this time Patty is not entered. She wants Jack to win. Good, he does. And Susie watches her brother wistfully. In the next event, Jack and Patty are competing. Each one hopes to win. They are trained in good show ring technique and always keep themselves behind the goat so that the judge has a clear view of the animal. Patty wins. The judging continues all day until finally the biggest event of all. This event is judged on showmanship more than on the animals. The young people are judged on their appearance and how they conduct themselves in the ring. The competition is open to all breeds. It means a great deal to the young people to win this event, an honor for them and points for their club. The judge lines up the best contestants. Gretchen, Sheila, and Patty are proud to be in the finals. The judge compliments them on the way they show their goats. Good. Gretchen wins for the home club. Patty, too, has done well. Here are the grand champions of 4 different animals. Sheila won with her fine Duroc hog. Ruth took first place for sheep with her Hampshire. And as we saw, Gretchen's goat Heidi went grand champion. These young people are trained to show all kinds of farm animals. Each skill learned makes the next one easier. The grand champion Jersey cow is a fine example of prize stock. Judy congratulates Gretchen. She too is proud of her ribbon. The young people worked hard so that they would compete well at this 4-H club fair. They deserve their success. Now, let's look in on a small but important show of prominent goat breeders. Patty is getting her goats ready for the ring. We only have time for 2 events. This one is especially interesting because Patty, Sheila, and Ruth have reached the finals. Their training in the 4-H clubs has made them expert at showing their goats. The competition is keen. This time, Patty has the best goat. The judging goes on all day until the last and most important event in which they choose the grand champion. This is not only an honor for the person showing the goat, but it has commercial value for the dairy that owns the goat. People like to buy from the dairies that own prize stock. Patty competes in the finals with 3 men. Each goat is a beautiful animal. The judge takes time to make his decision. Finally, he announces the winner. Patty of Laurelwood Acres wins grand champion with her white Sonnen goat, Elvina. The judge explains why he gave this goat the prize and compliments Patty on her showmanship. Patty's family will be pleased. It has been hard work to bring the goats, to care for them 2 nights, and show them all day long. The girls are competitors in the ring, but after it is over, they are very friendly. Patty is especially pleased when Sheila congratulates her. Even the men are interested in learning the secret of Patty's success with the little animals. Now it is time to load the goats to go home. The goats travel better at night because it is cool and there is less traffic and jolting. Sheila and her other friends help Patty. It is fun to have worthwhile projects. That is to learn new skills that will be of value to you all your life. It takes intelligent work and the ability to get along with other people. Patty has a real start in growing up to be a happy, responsible person who will help her family, her friends, and her community.